Hi, it's Deb. And, today I want to get personal. So let's go. I want to talk about smells. And that's not something that we walk around talking about. Kind of embarrassing, but we all have to deal with them. And as caregivers, especially, we're going to run into some pretty nasty smells. And there's some things we can do to help ourselves as we're dealing with those messy situations. So I've just got a couple of tips I want to share with you. And let me start out by saying that my number one thing that I suggest for everyone is to just get a good old jar of old-fashioned Vicks VapoRub. Some people call it the Vicks mustache. I actually end up putting Vicks in my nose, just very lightly, and then under my nose. And that helps whenever I'm in the midst of cleaning up after an accident or emptying a commode or dealing with just bad body odor, even though we're cleaning and bathing frequently. Medications can make our skin, our breath, and other areas of our body just simply not smell great. So as we're caring for a loved one, Vicks VapoRub is my go-to recommendation for the caregiver, and specifically to not have that smell linger in your nose. The Vicks VapoRub does a phenomenal job of blocking that smell. The other one is essential oils. I know a lot of caregivers who will put a little dab right here, right under the nose, and lavender seems to be one of the most preferred. And just take a nice big whiff of that smell before you go in to do what you need to do on the cleanup front, and you will smell something that smells a lot better than what you perhaps smelled in the past. So again, that's a huge help in trying to avoid getting sick, because I know myself and many other caregivers talk about how do you cover up that smell and avoid getting sick. So my two favorites are the Vicks VapoRub and using essential oils. Now let's talk a little bit about something that can have a room just linger with bad odor, which is the bedside commodes or urinals. And, after rinsing those things out, the smell does not go away. So a suggestion is to once you've rinsed it, put it back in the room. Well, I would put a little bit of Listerine, a minty Listerine in the base, maybe like about 1/4 of an inch. And the reason why is because it's not going to just be something like a candle or a spray that tries to mask the smell. It's actually going to make the entire room smell minty fresh, and it doesn't smell like a cover-up. All right. Now, one of the other things that I want to talk about is if those smells bother us, they're also going to bother the person that's laying there with those smells around them. Because let's face it, no one of us looks forward to getting older and to having those smells be what we smell like every single day, even with good bathing. So one of the things that I like to do is find out what scent, whether it be perfume or whether it be cologne for a man, that is an all-time favorite. And I will use that and lightly and gently put some of that around the sensitive areas that people can smell most close to their face, because it doesn't take a lot and don't use a lot, but just help them to retain their dignity by smelling better. So anyhow, I just want to talk a little personal today, talk about an issue we don't often talk about. If you've got some additional ideas to share, let's share them out there. What do you do when you run into bad smells? Share them. And thanks a lot. Take care. Have a great day.